Man. Man. Does whatever a man can. Pays the bills, goes to work. Wears a tie. And a shirt. Look out. Here comes the man. Yep. That's my little song about Peter Parker, better known as Spider-Man. If he was never bitten by a spider, he'd just be a man. That would have been rubbish. I'm currently unemployed. I do spend a lot of my time procrastinating. Well, that and taking all of the fun parts out of my favorite childhood theme tunes. I'm currently working on a project. I say project. What I mean is I'm working on a paper match version of my own head. I haven't finished it yet. It's a work in progress. Obviously the job center have asked me to broaden my scope. There's not a lot of work out there for this sort of thing. There doesn't seem to be much work out there at all though. Unless I want to work in a call center, which I can see myself doing. The adverts always read, call center staff needed. Looking for motivated and enthusiastic individuals. Who in their right mind gets motivated or enthusiastic about phoning strangers? Perverts. Yeah, it's just perverts, isn't it? Hello, madam. I'm just calling on behalf on Bumwater Windows. I was wondering if I could interest you in some double glazing. Oh, what's that? You already have double glazing. Well, that's okay. I just have one more quick question for you. What are you wearing? It's just creepy, isn't it? I aimed high when I was a kid. I had big aspirations. The first job I ever wanted, this is true, was to be a pizza delivery man. I know. Head in the clouds. This is absolutely true. Me and my friend Ryan made a comic book called The Pizza Brothers. We'd act it out in the playground at school during lunch breaks. We'd deliver imaginary pizzas all over town to weird customers. Sometimes we'd get into trouble with the boss because we were late. And sometimes we'd just call in sick and just go off and play with some conkers or something. Crazy times. Other jobs I thought were possible when I was a kid were astronaut. That one is quite common. Ninja. My dad bought me a balaclava. Alien finder. This one mainly involved me riding my bike out into the nearest woods in search of a crashed alien mothership. It was either that or the end of a rainbow. I never found either. The other job I wanted was to be a crime fighter. When I say crime fighter, I don't mean in a policeman or bounty hunter kind of way. I mean, if I lick enough of these batteries, I might become Electro Boy kind of way. I thought I was special. And in a way I guess I was. A little bit. Special. Does anyone remember the old kudos tests? Or the careers advice test? Also known as the test that decides your future aspirations for you, always giving you a much bleaker outlook to your own initial optimistic vision. Well, Terry, I was thinking about becoming a Formula One driver, but the kudos test said I'd make a better data analyst. It's just crushing, isn't it? I come from quite a working class background, so my careers advice test only had one question. It said, which do you prefer? Steering wheels? Or levers? That's right. I could either be a truck driver or a forklift truck driver. And I didn't want to be either of those things. I wanted to travel through time in a DeLorean or through space like that kid out of Flight of the Navigator. Not up the M1 to Doncaster. I once overheard my brother and his friend Sandeep talking. They were in the kitchen. My brother was making a sandwich. They'd both just watched Star Wars, so were both holding their lightsabers. My brother was multitasking. This is when I heard Sandeep say, "Oh man, I wish I could become a Jedi Knight." And my brother, without skipping a beat, just went, "Erg, shut up, Sandeep. You don't know what you're talking about." I couldn't be bothered with all the training. He actually believed that if he wasn't such a lazy child, he could actually train to become a Jedi Knight. And I love that. Who are we to tell him otherwise? I mean, no one told me I couldn't be an astronaut. Well, apart from that lady at the job center. But I like space stuff. I love space stuff. I recently read a new statement from NASA that said the edge of the solar system may be a frothy sea of giant magnetic bubbles. Yeah, that's right. The edge of the solar system may be a frothy sea of giant magnetic bubbles. Wow. That sounds cool, doesn't it? Yeah, apart from the fact that they could have just said the edge of the universe is made up of tiny atomic mind rainbows encased in a centrifugal time-bending spaceship, traveling through interdimensional solar vortexes. And none of us would have been any the wiser, would we? We would have just eaten it up like some sort of Ferrero Rocher of knowledge, spitting it back out at someone's face at some social gathering somewhere, as if we had any idea of what it meant. But I guess that's what we're all doing really though, isn't it? Just pretending to know what's really going on. Oh, so the universe is made up of a frothy sea of magnet bubbles, is it? Thanks, NASA. What am I supposed to do with that? They say that 80% of the universe is made of dark matter, something we cannot see or completely comprehend. So, next time someone tells you that you can't become an astronaut, or Spider-Man, or a data analyst, don't let them tell you otherwise. Reach for the stars. That's what S-Cluck7 said. And look where they are now. I'm going to leave you with something my mom once said to me. She said, "A bird in the hand is worth two in a bush." Except you've got your mucky human hands all over it now and the mother is not going to accept it as her own. Put it down. Nathan. Put it down. You disappoint me. Thanks for listening. I've been Nathan Kail. Good night.